Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Darfall, Episode 6, Setting Up Camp and Raiding Supplies. Alright, time to crush some relics. Or, at least move towards that goal.
Report, Captain.
Archmage, two rival orc clans have clashed. The Flamefang have captured the relic, while Kragmar under Ragnarok has seized one of their bases. Ragnarok's elites are pushing through the northern pass to capture the relic. Golgorum! Forgmarg! Our best chance is to fight through the Flamefang defenses and reach the relic before Ragnarok does. My troops, reinforced by Arden's mages, hold Ragnarok at bay to the north.
Hold the line, brothers. Let the arcane flow.
The rest now fall under your command, Archmage.
Thank you, Captain. Let's first fortify our base.
Okay, so we have to destroy orcish buildings.
Done.
And fortify our base. Let's get started by building lumber camps. I'm going to do 2 lumber camps. And houses for them. And then a stone quarry. Is that my best source of stone? Because this is iron. So yeah, stone quarry here. And then, because the stone quarry is kind of far away, we'll put a storage there.
Yes.
Additionally, this northern area is going to need some defense.
With wisdom.
So we're going to have to improve the defense up to the north so they don't struggle. On top of that, our source of food is not farming because this ground is dead. Our source of food is going to be fishing.
Fine.
So we're going to need to start fishing for it. Meaning that we need to get a stonemason up pretty early on. Because the fishing huts require stone.
Done.
So there's, I don't know what kind of fish this is. I mean, it looks kind of nasty, given the ambience, but let's start clearing that up. Also, let's get the... All right. Done.
Your order. On the
So
mark.
Captain Thorn is like a souped-up knight. So he's going to be really good at tanking, now that I directly control him.
Done. With wisdom, I move. Your order.
All right, we've got 5 of 6 people. And then I'm going to need another house so that we can start employing the fishermen.
Yes.
Once we have a few planks, I'm going to build more security up here in the north.
Fine.
And let's explore some of the unknown areas immediate to our base. So we do have an orc camp right over there. Don't worry, I've noticed them. Oh boy, that's That's a group. Alright, I am being slapped with idle workers. Really? No, they're just headed to the mining quarry.
Let magic rain. Attacking. Vortexia Netre.
Sweet! I'll save the point. And perk point. So we leveled up, but I really wasn't able to use it. And this is where we're going to get our iron. Meaning I'm going to want lamps out that way. Once I have the excess wood.
Done. Your order? Yes.
Okay. That's cleared. And we'll just keep looking around. I also ought to be saving up for first barracks. But I think initially I still want to be rolling out more economy. Just because of how important a strong economy backbone is. So probably putting another woodcutter down here and then pairing it with stockpile.
With wisdom, I move.
We also might want some ballistae around, because if there's like random animals and the like that are trying to kill us, you know, that's ultimately going to be a problem.
Archmage, at your service.
So saving up for storage, which is mostly wood. So I'll have my Archmage cut down some trees. Of course, most of the wood then we're going to have will be turned into planks. So let's reserve 50 wood for the storage. And 30 stone. Come on. One of my miners delivered. Oh, there we go.
A spell. What are your thoughts?
All right. Barracks time. Oh, actually, I don't want my barracks there. So we are also going to need to ramp up food. And there's fish here. So let's make sure that we are employing fishermen. I'm actually going to reduce my woodcutter people in lieu of getting fish going. And if we really want access to the fish over here, we're going to need some sort of collection point over that way too. Otherwise, our fish income is going to be a bit slow. All right, let's keep looking around while there isn't an immediate threat in the vicinity. A Slayer Initiate. Blaze in the dark. What are you doing, the Scorched Land Soldier? I'm no mere soldier. I'm Baneforged. Well, trying to become one. I'm here for my initiation ritual.
Done. Your order?
Slaying a drake and eating its heart will finalize my training.
Oh.
Please leave me and do not intervene. This must be done alone or I fail.
Yes.
Return later.
Wisdom.
Okie dokie. right, let's seek. So this exits the map tile, but let's explore this unexplored here.
Attacking. Perfect.
Mostly empty woods and some slimes. And a shoreline,
Yes.
but not a shoreline with fish. Alright, so we have got fishermen on both of these shacks. And then someone named
order.
Fisherman. You shouldn't wander away from this base. This area is
With
deadly.
wisdom, I move.
But Archmage, there's lots of fish in this lake. If you say so, I don't see any. This lake is full of their silhouettes.
Arcane winds.
There's no other food in this forsaken wasteland. No bait is working. Maybe they feed on local fauna. There are magma berries growing near our base. They'll do the trick.
Perfect.
Find and collect magma berries. Okie dokie. At this point, I think everyone is now employed. I'm also going to say, it seems to me like not only do I need a collection point near where the fish is, but I'm also probably going to want more fishing shacks.
Your
As, I'm still a bit in the net negative.
Yes. With wisdom, I move. On the move.
Okay, so we got our fishing berries. And I'll bring them down to the fishermen in just a minute.
Done.
Return later.
Your order.
All right. Now that I have the barracks up, we can start to get some archers. So the next 3 units I make will be archers. And that means I need more wood. So we have a resource collection point here. I'll build another woodcutter there.
Perfect.
We can also start chipping away at their defense force.
Yes.
Using like fireball to lure just a few at a
With
time.
wisdom, I move.
So you don't have to fight the whole group.
Like magic ray. On the move.
Alright, at this point, mana orbs is the
Arcane
bottleneck.
winds
So
guide
killing... Oh, they broke some of the north. Killing local fauna and stuff like that will allow us to
Done.
level up. And also to gain more troops. Okay, and that lumber camp is now full. Good.
Your order.
Alright, just past the... So there's another orc town up that way, which obviously I don't currently have a priority to deal with, so I'm not going to bother going that way. But I'm going to see if there's other quest locations up this way.
Strike forth. Attacking.
Find out what happened to the Slayer. Got it. Alright, and any closer I'm going to engage the town that way, so I'll turn back. Alright, at this point, I also want to start collecting iron. So I know I don't have a lot of mana orbs, so it's going to be a minute for the you know, for me to build up the supply needed for
Yes.
those troops. But getting an income of iron is going to help in the long run a lot. All right, let's go check out what happened to the Slayer.
Perfect.
Bunch of wolves down here. Kill the monsters has started.
Done. Let magic reign. Fine.
Can I fit another fisher? I would need to build like a lamp in this area. And I don't have a charcoal burner yet, so it's probably not something I'm going to immediately do. Another level up. Let's go and save it. But for the ability book, we'll go for Arcane Strength, which is the aura boost.
Magic strike
Next
forward.
tier.
Attacking.
Can you get off of me?
On the move.
There we go. Just glued on my butt.
Done. With wisdom, I move.
And we're also starting to get some experienced units too.
Arcane winds guide me.
One Spearman and also Captain Thorn have some veterancy, which is great.
Perfect.
And here's the Slayer. Surrounded by
Magic
wolves.
rain. Your order.
All that training, I got cornered by Muirhounds.
Done.
I'm a disgrace! My valuables in my camp hidden under the big rock. I won't be needing them anymore. And he has committed suicide.
With wisdom, I move.
You know, I could have used the Slayer, but I guess not in the cards. So his supplies were here, and we got blue boots, and they are better in every regard
Yes.
to our previous pair, so definitely upgrading. All right, we're starting to train up units. So I've got an archer coming.
Arcane winds guide me. Done.
And we've done the Slayer quest, and the Fisher wants to talk to us again. So we'll head back there and chat him up. Pretty soon I'll go back into the Orc camp, because I think we have the forces for it. Archmage, these soldiers could be used elsewhere. We're safe here.
On the move.
Captain's orders, and I concur, we must protect these supplies. Look at this bounty. We even built the fishing hut to keep up with production.
Your order.
Take everything from the crates and return later for more.
Arcane winds guide me.
Got a whole lot of fish.
Done. With wisdom, I move.
Alright, let's clear out the orc
On
camp.
move.
Because progress is now bottlenecked off of the lack of mana orbs, and we ought to get some from them.
Your order. Attacking. Magic strike forth. Let magic reign.
The barricades are destructible. They will block spells, as I'm sure you've noticed. But the auto attacks passes through.
Perfect.
Oh, and this camp's under attack. So I built walls and turrets here to try to keep this group, because I don't directly control these troops, to keep this group alive.
Yes.
Ooh, a Slayer Axe. Nice.
Vortexia Nethres. Let magic reign. Done.
So there's a lot of stuff to be picked up here. And I'm going to double up the walls, because I have a lot of wood.
On the move.
Alright, now we have a new mission, destroy the
Arcane
central
winds
base.
guide me.
So this base down here is already pretty
Magic
cleared.
strike forth.
We want to steal all the resources. These orc bases
Vortexia
have a lot of
Nethres.
resource crates.
Your order. Perfect.
On target.
Nice, and there's archer number 2, and archer number 3 is already being trained.
With wisdom, I move.
And then I also have, I just brought in a Slayer Axe. So as soon as I get some more planks, I'll be able to start to train Slayers as well. Other things to save up for, I'm gonna get another Carpenter. Other things to save up for would be a Smelter and Blacksmith, so they can start upgrading my troops, which is gonna be really important.
Done.
And we have 4 Ballistae guarding the northern group.
Yes.
Alright, 3 attack speed? Yeah, I'm gonna wear that.
Your order.
A lot of lower stats, but the attack speed I think will make up for it.
Fine. Arcane winds guide me.
So the next thing to save up for will be the Smelter, and that needs a few more planks and stone blocks, but we're pretty close to what we need. Let's also continue to explore down here, because I don't think I've explored everything down to the southeast. It might not be a bad idea to get more of a perimeter wall around the base, but it seems like most of the enemies are coming from this direction, so it seems far less of an immediate concern. Oh, here we go, Smelter. Alright, I'll drop the Smelter here.
On the move.
And then we're going to be saving up for the Blacksmith next.
Your order. Perfect.
Our food production is still pretty shabby. So I don't have, I need to build another house, but I am going to expand our fisherman count. Making sure that we're keeping up with food supplies. Because
Yes.
relying on the hero hunting slimes and leeches is probably not a long-term solution.
On the move.
Dog treats.
Your order. Arcane winds guide me.
There, 2 more fishing huts. That should do.
Done.
And gather fish from the fishing camp is the next task. Ooh, that doesn't look good. He looks a wee bit
With wisdom, I move.
not alive.
On the
Investigate Malvin's body. The fish. They weren't the only ones living in the lake.
move. Your order.
Please find my brother.
Yes.
Ugh.
Done.
Well, the good news is we're about to get a lot of food. The bad news is I have to fight for my life for it. Because they were leeches, as I was saying, in this lake.
Fine.
I got jumped by a hell of a lot of leeches.
On the move.
Ooh, another Slayer axe.
Arcane winds guide me.
I think I would like to roll out Slayers. So I'm training one now, and once I return this axe, I'll be able to get another one.
With wisdom, I move.
I haven't forgotten about smelting. Let's queue up a whole bunch of iron bars. And some charcoal for guns. Trying to get our units up to tier 2, I think is going to be really important in this specific campaign.
Yes. Fine. On the move.
And here's his brother. My brother, I wanted to help him, but there were so many.
Arcane winds guide me.
You fools, you paid the price with your brother for underestimating this land. You know, that's not like a very nice thing to say. Head back to the keep. The lake should be clear now. Or now be clear. Let me at least bury him, or his screams will haunt me. Send the soldiers for his body, but your wounds need it for proper care.
Done.
Yes, Archmage. And wait for him to recover.
GR.
Alright, now for the blacksmith. Drop that bad boy there. And that's going to allow us to start upgrading our troops
For the fray.
the way we see fit. Provided it only needs iron and not silver.
Fine. Yes.
Alright, let's see. For the first, we already have enough for one night. Awesome. For the next night, we need everything. We need 1, 2, and 3. But before I do that, I think I would like to boost our iron quarry. Because I think without the amount of iron that we have access to is going to be a bit of a bottleneck. So speaking of which, let's go set lamps up for that iron up there. Because that will help out a lot. Because yeah, we're basically out of iron ore. And we're not going to get any more progress without more iron miners. I had mentioned wanting another Slayer. Done. And without a workshop, I'm not going to be able to boost that. So let's also build the workshop. I'll plop that up in this corner. Alright, I'm just waiting on a little bit of stone in order to... Oh, hello. To build the house I need for the next upgrade.
Archmage, our scouts confirm 3 orc caravans loaded with supplies are en route to the Flamefang base. Intercepting them would not only boost our resources, but also weaken the enemy. The first caravan will be arriving soon.
Well, we have a new goal.
Arcane winds guide me.
And because we're waiting on stone, I'm also going to boost my stone quarry workers as well.
Fine.
All right, let's get a move on. I think all the side quests that I need to do, other than wait for Gilder to recover, is kind of done behind us. So we're going to proceed forward and start clearing out the new areas. Because I'm almost out of mana orbs anyway.
Perfect. On the move. Done. Your order?
Archmage, the first caravan is on its way to the Flamefang base. Intercept it now!
So the way this works is there's a very slow-moving caravan, which, if it delivers its supplies, will add towers to the end base that we'll need to destroy. So destroying the caravan makes taking out the end base easier. Obviously, we should intercept the caravan. I'm already standing right here to do it, so... When in Rome.
Caravan destroyed. Supplies plundered. Magnificent.
On top of it, we plundered 44 planks off the caravan, which is like an amazing amount of resources.
Arcane winds guide me.
That's 440 wood. So not only does it weaken the enemy, it bolsters me considerably. So hell yeah. Let's get that delivered back to base. Alright, so I got my iron miners up here. Giving them the pickaxe. And then, oh, actually, let's destroy some golems first. And then we'll go ahead and start ramping up armor productions for tier 2 units.
Done. Perfect. Your order? On the move.
And we have a new mission of finding Gilder near the keep. The fisherman's brother.
Wisdom, I move. Yes. Arcane winds guide me.
Yeah, there he is. The upgrades for the storage buildings? Defenses. So they don't get destroyed as easily.
Where wisdom
Let the fishing hut serve as a memorial to Malvin. So now there's a fishing hut down here that I can use. Granted, it doesn't really have a supply shack nearby, so I don't know if it's all that useful. Alright, let's start moving on the next central base. What do I have? I've got the sword, shield, but not plate armor, so we're waiting on 3 more iron bars for the plate armor.
I move.
So I know that there's not much for me to do until that rolls off the line. And then Gildor himself, actually, you know what? Go fish at your brother's shack, because he formerly joined our crew, and I'll just build a storage hut down here for him.
Fine.
So now all the mines are boosted. I think we are... It wouldn't be a bad idea to have more like rail or stone. So I'm going to put another quarry here. And then roll out tools to boost that as well.
Done.
So there was some passageways down here that I hadn't actually explored.
Yes.
But forging the way. Let's go check that out. We could dig a path through this mountain.
Arcane winds guide me.
Talk to the miner near the keep has started.
On the move.
Orcs won't expect attack from this direction, so it's a weak point in their defenses. Copy that. And here's the miner that we'll talk to in a minute. But I did want to poke around down here first.
Your order. With wisdom. Yes.
As you can probably imagine, because the hero is persistent between campaign, there's a massive bonus for making your hero as strong as possible. Because, you know, all of the improvements that you make to your hero will roll over to the next part of the campaign, and you'll be better and better and better for it. So
Fine.
that's what I'm trying to do to make future campaigns easier, is just to get as strong as possible.
Stranger, I am
With wisdom, I
Samuel.
move.
My family fled the burning wrath of
Arcane winds
Ashgore,
guide me.
the mad dragon who razed
Yes.
cities one by one.
Fine.
We knew what was next. We built a cottage here to survive. Tonight, I woke up and my wife was gone.
So find the remains of Samuel's
Your
wife.
order.
Got it.
With wisdom, I move.
Stranger, please help me. My husband and children still linger in our nearby cottage. I woke up to voices outside our house. It was my mother's voice, so familiar.
Perfect.
Find the family's abandoned home. Here it is. Tiny.
Greetings, traveler. I am Anne. Are you here to visit us? Please, find my brother. He often slips away to play in the nearby cave.
Done.
I never meant for this curse. We discovered glowing stones and heard mysterious voices and swore never to return. Yet my aunt, in a haunting dream, promised that uniting the runes would save us. Though, she looked strangely scary.
Nice. We got another night. So now all of our spearmen are knights, and should have a lot more survivability as a result. So the next step is to upgrade the gunman, or the bow, to gun. For that, we are also going to need a tailor. So building a tailor, and guns. So I'll queue up 2 guns, and we'll start to queue up the leather armor for the tailor.
Perfect. Arcane winds guide me.
Well, let's go put these, this poor haunted family to rest. These mad spirits are like knights as well. But we outnumber them massively.
Fine. Yes.
So destroy the ruins in the cave.
With wisdom.
And that's a demon thing. Hello, Vorak. I've never liked your keyboard layout, so it's time to die.
A step.
You have set us free.
Now,
pretty-
at last,
Your order.
we may be together.
Arcane winds guide me.
It did look
Now
like that ghost
we are
girl just like
whole.
kamikaze blew up on me though.
Perfect.
And done.
Yes. On the move.
Don't see any loot around here, so I don't really know what this gave me, other than experience.
Your order.
Alright, let's go talk to the miner then.
Arcane winds guide me.
Alright, back here at base, we have a bunch of loot up here from our automatic defenses that could be scooped and put away or whatever. And because I have the resources for it, I'm just going to add more guns. Because when in doubt, more guns seems to be a good answer to everything. And I am giving the miner a bit of a talk. Wait for the
Yes.
miner to arrive to get started. Copy that. Alright, back to the bowman. So, the leather armor is made with iron tool parts and hide. And that's going to allow us to raise our archers to gunmen.
With wisdom, I move on target.
So, first leather armor just got done. So here's the difference. An archer does 28 damage at 0.8.
Yes?
Gunman does 50 damage at 0.5. Gunman, wee bit stronger. Alright, we need 2 more guns. Which is more gunpowder. 1, 2... I think 5 more gunpowder. And then the armors. So we're just waiting on raw resources. And up here, as you can see, the miner's going to take 10 minutes to mine through here.
Perfect.
Giving us an alternative path into the orc base. Yeah, they do reduce the range, though, true. But the bonus to the damage, I think, is more than worth it.
Done.
Spirits
Fine.
of the past. Explore this ancient battlefield.
With wisdom, I move. Yes.
I missed.
Your order.
Yo, stop picking on my archer.
Done. On the move. Fine.
So this fallen knight needs to be
Arcane
put
winds
to
guide
rest.
me.
This was once a peaceful clearing, a haven amid the chaos. Take the bones of my fallen brethren and bury them here. Got it. Well, that's kind of far away, but alright.
Yes.
You're really asking for a lot of legwork, friend, but... Sure. I've seen Lord of the Rings. I know how useful ghost soldiers can be. It's like a I win button when you're fighting orcs.
Your order?
On target.
Perfect.
So we got the leather armor made, and now we're just waiting on the gunpowder and guns. And all the bones have been collected.
On the move. Fine.
So this is an alternative path up to that central base.
With wisdom,
And then there's a bridge down here, which presumably leads to this healing fountain.
Yes.
Presumably. Alright. You ugly, but we must talk. So, at the start of this campaign, if you remember, there was rival clans fighting each other. This is the other orc clan who is not immediately hostile.
Perfect.
So they're the Flame Fig, and they're being sacrificed with dark rituals, so they're not very fond of that, obviously. And they're essentially asking for our help. Go speak with our brethren, tell them that Ragthar sends you. Earn their trust, and then we strike Grashnok together. We may not be friends, human, but we're not enemies either.
Arcane winds guide me.
Persuade 3 orcs to follow
On the move.
Ragthar started.
Yes.
Human?
Your order?
So Fisher of Flame. Perhaps human can help. Ember fiends are storming our camp, and my friends burn.
Fine.
Human helps with these devils, and we join Ragthar.
On the move.
Oh, another Slayer Axe. Alright, what is it going to take for us to get more guns? Whoa, we need 4 wooden handles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3 gunpowder, which is a lot of iron ore, which is probably the problem.
Arcane winds guide me. With
We
wisdom,
must...
I move.
This must be the fissure where the fiends emerge from.
Your order?
Let's get the materials and plug it fast.
Fine.
So, have enough stone bricks. So basically I need to go fetch stone bricks from the keep to plug the fiend hole. That sounds so dirty. So I'll go back home and grab the materials to plug the hole. The other thing I realized is we might have enough... Oh no, not quite. Plate armor and shield is what we're missing. Actually, we will have enough to roll out another knight once we get back, because I have a plate armor and a shield on me, which will allow us to just recruit a knight straight out, which is kind of nice.
On the move.
Okay, I have the materials to be able to clog the hole. And let's pick up some of this
Yes.
some of this gear here, because some of it is iron ore, which will be able to be repurposed for weapons.
On
There's
target.
another gunman. And a knight.
Fine.
Perfect.
Done. On the move.
All right. Plug in the fire fisher. One of the other advantages of the upgraded units is they're like tougher, and the armor pen for the archers is really nice as well when you're attacking stronger orc units. Cannot stress enough how important it is to value unit tier over like unit quantity. Unit tier is a big deal. Wait, where we went the wrong way. Okay, I think I have the guns we needed. Yep. Sweet.
Done.
Now the upgraded slayers, if you're wondering, require silver armor, and we don't have any silver ore, so that's kind of moot. But I wouldn't mind getting more
Arcane
gunmen.
winds guide me. Yes. On the move.
Alright, Fisher's closed.
Fine.
And now Zogmar here is going to follow
With wisdom.
the guy we pulled favors for, Rockthar.
Done.
What about a healer in the upgrades?
Arcane winds guide me.
The upgraded healers require silver as well. But the
Perfect.
regular healers I could start rolling out as well. Find the
Yes.
Orcish bow.
With wisdom, I move.
And then this is a trial by combat. Alright, Brockar, what do you want?
On the move.
You don't trust me, you want to fight? Okay, good luck. Not exactly fair, though. You lose.
Done.
So, he follows us now.
Your order.
The second caravan is en route. Destroy it before they build more towers.
Well, lucky me, I was literally right by where the caravan spawned. So, we can go wipe that caravan out. Nice duel. I know, right? It wasn't much of a duel. Thank you, soldier. At last, we may find peace.
Fine.
And I got a perk book for it. Sorry, caravan. Wrong place, wrong time.
Arcane
Get
winds
bombed,
guide
yo.
me.
Another caravan falls. The enemy grows weaker.
With wisdom, I move.
Alright. So, all we need to do is grab an orc bow, which is up here. And we'll be able to finish all of Rokthar's needed allies.
Yes.
Would you not, Scorpion? Oh, this is a case where this woodcutter base ran out of resources near it. So I have 2 idle workers as a result of all the trees in this vicinity being cut. Just drop another one. I know I'm running out of trees in this area, and I'm just buying time by making that my choice, but that's fine. It also looks like the miner that was excavating a way through the mountain is also done.
Your order. Done. On the move.
Yes?
Alright, the last of the orc pals is here. He wanted us to get an orc bow for him, so we did just fetch it. Now we just need to deliver it. Before we go down that path, let's talk to this miner real quick. So we have a back door into the base. The excavation is complete, Archmage. The path is clear. There's plenty of leftover stone here. We could put it to good use.
Fine. Done.
200 stone.
On the
Yeah,
move.
you weren't kidding, pal. That is so much stone.
With wisdom, I move. Arcane winds guide me.
So this is the guy that wanted the orc bow.
Yes. Fine.
And he likes
Your
it.
order.
So let's go tell Rokthar he's got his allies. Am I ready? Sure. When I burn, fire.
With wisdom, I move.
So here we go. Attacking an orc camp with our orc allies.
Yes.
Little weird, but you know.
On the move.
Enemy of my enemy.
Arcane winds guide me. Wisdom, I move. Your order.
Unlike the other orcs that I've killed, like Rokthar here is not like a mega beast. He's kind of average strength as far as orcs go.
Yes.
So it's not like he can do this on his own. He actually didn't need our help.
Perfect. Arcane winds guide me.
You make a pact with humans? Yep. Yes, he did. Sorry, Grashnok, but you're about to get robbed.
Your order. On the move. With wisdom, I move.
Human did good, but human stupid. Now die. The power of Drake is mine.
Fine.
You know, as I was saying, you being weakling and all, I'm okay with you backstabbing me, because you're also dead. The new boots I got and the new hat I got were better, so
Perfect.
switching up. And now there's like this orc in a crate.
Your
Vornak Darkhammer. You freed me, human, but don't mistake that for an alliance. We, Flamefang, have outlasted fire and dragons. Well, asked you two. You know, I feel like I've heard that before. You freed me, so destined for sacrifice, yet your curiosity saved me. Hear this. A dark ritual is underway involving a demonic relic in these mountains, and it could bring doom to us all. Not long ago, we killed another human with a mighty staff. His remains lie south. Seek the staff if you dare, but, you know, he might try to murder me next time we meet.
Done.
Well, at least he was honest about his intentions to try to murder me. Alright, if you guys wanted clerics, yeah, let's have the last 3 recruits I have be clerics for healing. We'll need to make robes at the tailor. So, oh, that's leather armor. Robe.
Fine.
Alright, where's this staff?
Arcane winds guide me.
Honestly, don't even know.
With wisdom, I move.
Because I think you can't get past this edge of map.
Perfect.
Oh, there it is.
Done.
I feel like that should have had a mini-map objective marker or something, because I would not have found that myself.
Fine.
And this thing is less attack speed, but more everything else than my last one, so perfect. Alright, we have a full cadre of healers. Despite the fact we have an alternative path into the base, I'm going to take the main path, and this will be the last thing I do this stream, is to clear out the second base. I know I didn't get around to doing the full mission, but just about out of time.
On the move.
So here we go. Tally-ho!
Perfect.
So the alternative path allowed us to get sort of behind their towers, whereas this path doesn't offer that kind of cover.
Magic strike forth.
Right away, sir.
Done. Like magic rain. Attacking.
But, yeah, I mean, it turned out okay.
Fine.
Definitely raised the hell out of their camp. And their camp is full of resources, not that I needed. I have an insane amount of wood
With wisdom, I move.
and stone in my base. It's really just the iron that I'm bottlenecked on. But not even, I have like 400 iron now. Mostly just like smelting it as a smelter. And I think, having destroyed the second base, this is where I'm going to leave off, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Darfall players.